And alright! I'm done with the last render. Oh wow, this looks pretty cool. Okay, so hey everyone, Rigiblend here, and plus as you can see, we're gonna be looking at rain, how to make raindrop effects, and we're gonna be making use of dynamic paint feature in Blender. And as usual, this video is gonna be quick and easy. And don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, share this video to your friends, and ring the notification bell. On that, we'll get started. Wait, before I show you that intro, just go to that red button, that red subscribe button, and subscribe to the channel. Join our family, and ring notification bell just beside it. And on that, we'll get started right after the intro. Yeah, bye bye. Okay guys, so this is how the scene is going to look at the end of this video. And well, in this video I'll try to be as elaborate as I can. So let's go ahead and create a new folder, a new project. Okay, now this is the amazing world of Blender. Delete the default cube. You can either press delete or X to delete. Yeah, Shift A, add in a plane or object, or add, you can see add here, add mesh plane, anyone. So now this object will be our canvas, in other words the river or lake in which the raindrops will be falling on. So just go under the physics properties, go to dynamic paint. At the beginning of the video, I told you guys I'm going to be using the dynamic paint feature, and type canvas, add canvas. Yeah, so since we want it to emitting waves, under surface type, we'll click waves. Yeah, so this will be our river, and let me show you the object, which will be our sky in this case. So this object will be our sky, and it will be emitting the particle system. So we'll change this from Shift D to duplicate them. As you can see, there now two. Shift D to duplicate, and G to move it up. So let me just do that again. So you press Shift D on the Z axis, down Shift D then Z, and raise it up to any height. So if you mistakenly just drop it here, then you can also G and Z to move it to any other heights you want it to be. So I just want it to be there, or far distance off the ground. So now we're gonna be changing this to brush, add brush, and we're just gonna be leaving the settings, except we're gonna be changing the source paint to particle system. And one day I created a particle system, but let's make our raindrop, shall we? So now let's add in our atmosphere. So just leave it as low poly as possible. So shift A or add atmosphere over here, and on proportional editing change it to sharp. This will be very helpful. So now tab into edit mode, tab, then click the top face, this top face, and this is when proportional editing will help. And I'm just right here. Yeah, so now the G, D, then raise it up. When you move up on your mouse, you can increase the size, as you can see. So you can increase the size of the proportional editing too. So I think I'm just gonna leave it somewhere around here. Yeah, to just make a little low poly raindrop. Yeah, so now add subdivision surface modifier. Increase the levels, or let me just shade smooth. Let me see. Oh no. Okay, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna shade smooth. So I think I'm just gonna add a subdivision surface modifier to this. A value of 3 should be good. Probably. Oh no. Okay. So tab out of edit mode and nope. So let's make our particle system, shall we? Okay, this is a problem with the proportional editing tool. And it's working when you don't want it to work. So because I didn't shut it down. Now let's just move this below everything. So now time for our particle system. So go to the particle properties, and normally when you're a new Blender user, will be like, what the hell can this be used for? This is rubbish and stuff like that. Well, it's very useful. Just go add, and you see something appear there. I'm gonna be changing this to 10,000 exactly. Increase the lifetime to about 100. Yeah, as you can see, I have done that. And let's go under the render. Change this to object, and the object to be icosphere, and I think that should be it. Uncheck show emitter, and yeah guys, I think this should be it for this. Okay, so now go into the physics properties. As you can see, it's brush. Let's go, and you can see particle system has appeared here. So this is our particle system, and if we hit play, it affects our plane, but that's not how rain works. Yeah, that's not how rain works. So now, because it has only 4 vertices, and vertices are this thing here. So it's tab to enter edit mode actually. Vertices are this things over here. So now, for us to increase that, just hit L, and let me just scale this up a little bit. Hit subdivide, right click, subdivide, right click, subdivide. I think I'm going to increase this to about 30 now. Subdivide, or a value of 20 should be good. So now let's watch magic. Magic. Okay. It isn't it? Shade smooth. Scale this a bit. And looks pretty good. I'm gonna scale this down a little bit, so be that big. And you can see it's going too high. So this is not how normal effect of ring. So gonna be increasing the damping, and here I'll go to this physics tab and factor the waves, increase it to 0.8. Easy actually, something like that. If it's too much, I think I'll keep increasing this value. In a subdivision surface modifier again. This, not to the plane. The subdivision surface modifier. That to hit apply, and yeah, it's applied. Okay, and it's having the rain effect. And let me just make different settings. Let me just tweak a little bit, a little more settings here. So in the smoothness to about 2, just increase that to 2, damping 1, Let me just see how it look. I'm just testing here. Let me see how this will look. Let's see. Damping. Let's change this to 0. Actually creating those ripples. Really cool ripples right now, and I think I'm really satisfied with this cool raindrop stuff. So I'm just gonna be adding a HDRI. So HDR actually. So change this to environment texture. I'll leave a link in the description. Let me just find where I kept all my HDRs. Oh yeah, Table Mountain should be good. And for the first time, I'm gonna be doing a project in Eevee. Well, you guys don't know me. I usually do my projects in cycles, and I love cycles. But this project is gonna be done in Eevee. Easy, so whatever. Control B to bevel that. Control R to make the loop cut actually, and Control B to bevel it. So what I did was just tab into edit mode. Control B to bevel. Control R to make a loop cut. Then Control B like this. Control R, make a loop cut in the middle over here. Then Control B to bevel it. So trying to make a square in the middle here. So just delete the faces. Delete. And now let's go into render mode. Oh wow, this HDR is pretty amazing. Wow, this looks pretty cool. Oh, so for it to imitate that dark night effect, I'm gonna be changing this value to 0.01. 0.01. 0.01. That good? Smart. Change that to smart. 0.012. Yeah, this should be good. Delete this light source over here. Delete. I'm gonna be making this surface to reflect the material and glossy material, the roughness turned down to 0. Glossy material with the roughness to 0. And for the other one too, glossy material with the roughness to 0. So you can have that really cool reflection effect. So where's the icosphere? In the icosphere we're going to be doing a little bit of shading, so go to the shading tab, and all going to present this as is going to be a like add new material. Yep, of course it's not going to be a principled shader, make it a glass shader. In fact, I'm going to be mixing two different shaders here. Shader, Shift A, add in a mix shader, Shift A, add in a transparent, and let's just mix them together over here, and make sure the glass roughness is down to 0. Shift D, place it here, Shift D, and add in a glossy shader. Glossy BSDF. So add in a glossy BSDF. Okay. So now let me just hit the // not the backward slash. I don't like that, but forward slash. And I think I'm gonna be adding a subdivision surface modifier right now, just to smoothing this a little bit up, a little bit. Now to tweak these settings. Reduce this and reduce the roughness. You see? Okay. Go into the camera mode, and why we can't be seeing anything right now is because we haven't put some of the settings right here. So under the render properties, the render properties, I sometimes forget those names. Whatever. Change it to filmic log, video and brighten up. Then change it to very high contrast. Yeah, looks pretty good. Then you can tweak the exposure and the gamma. The gamma. Okay, so I'm gonna be decreasing the gamma just a little bit, just to imitate that night time effect. So now bring our camera a little bit close, and I'm gonna be doing a really quick trick in Blender. That'll be Ctrl-Alt-0. Snap the camera to view. I think I'll be increasing the exposure. Yeah, so this looks really cool right now. So I really love to see some renders that you guys create from this. Facebook, whatever, Twitter, any handle or any social media out there. So just type in Rigiblend and you see me. Trust me. Okay, so now this is the ring. So go ahead and render it, and you will see nothing because we haven't baked it. So let's go ahead and bake it because it deserves it. Okay, so now we're in the physical properties by clicking the down thing over the river. So cache is disabled until the file is saved. So let's go ahead and save it, shall we? Save. I'm gonna save in my Blender projects. I have a lot of projects, whatever. So I'm gonna be saving rain tut, something like this. Save. Yeah, save. And automatically this gets open. So now it might take like some time. Just hit the bake. Okay guys, so after baking I give it a render, and this is how it came out. And this has some faults because it has this line here showing that the plane is finished or whatever. So I'll just raise up this and scale it down. Yeah, going to edit to render mode. It still looks pretty cool. So now I want to edit this exposure value a little bit. Yeah, now this is starting to look pretty cool. Now go to the physics. No, click the now go to the physics properties. Let me change some values.
this looks pretty good as well. So you guys can go ahead and like tweak a bunch of settings here. You can like increase the smooth radius, actually increase the velocity to get any kind of effect you want. Smudge. This will be really cool to try. Yeah, any effect you actually like, because I spent my time just tweaking a bunch of things. So this should be really cool, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share this video to your friends, family, whatever, and don't forget to ring the notification bell. And on that, I'll show you some of my renders at the end of the video as usual, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.